I'm not a person who can get deeply involved with meditation. Some mediums do. I don't find that easy, but I like to pray to God, and I ask the spirit world if there's anything I can do for them, and tell them what I'm doing really and why I'm doing it. What's the reason for me demonstrating? What's the reason for me giving a private sitting? I think it's to bring a little bit of heaven into two worlds. I came into spiritualism 24 years ago through illness. I'd had a hysterectomy and I really just didn't get any better. I ended up with a tuberculosis of my kidney, and I'd gone down to about 6.5 stone, and things were going radically wrong. And they thought really that I hadn't got very long to live. And one day I'm sat at home, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, I saw a man. As clearly as I'm looking at you, I could see this man, and he told me to go and find a healer or I wouldn't hear the New Year bells. I mean, I'd been arguing with God and saying why had he created all this for me, and I hadn't been a bad person, and why. When Terry came home, of course, I thought, well, he's going to think now that I've gone absolutely crazy. And he came in and I said to him, Terry, you know, I've seen a man. And he kind of just stared a little, and I said, no, I haven't seen a man who was on earth. I've seen a man who's died, and he's told me to find a spiritualist healer.
And of course all the medication I thought was sending her a bit doolally or round the twist, you know. So I could relate to that and think, well, you know, when she saw the spirit world for the first time, I thought, well, perhaps it is the drugs, you know. You really don't know what to believe. And of course, I knew nothing about spiritualism or anything like that at the beginning.
I really was Church of England, and I was confirmed Church of England, and you can't change your beliefs overnight. It is a different philosophy, it's a different way of life, and the greatest problem you have is that you have to understand that there's only you can go to God and ask for forgiveness, and only you can get it from him. Or, well, now I don't see God as a man sat on a throne anymore, doling out justice and love. I believe he's the cosmic consciousness, he's the eternal source. So you can't just change your religion overnight because you see the spirit world. So it took me about 7 years to honestly become a spiritualist. I have no doubt of life after death. And it makes me cross, really, you know, when you have all these people that say, the psychologists say, you know, well, it's your mind and it's this, that and the other. They treat us as if we're stupid people, and we're not stupid people. We're ordinary people who have a faculty that everybody else has. But for us, it's developed to a great degree. So you know, why treat us as if we're foolish? We're not foolish people at all. Well, hello, everyone. Well, we need to change now, don't we? We need to start and alter these atmospheres that are around us, because you've all gone a bit quiet, and I need you bright and bubbly, because that's the power that I use for the contact with the world of the spirit. I really find it more interesting to work with them, because usually they're the ones that are alive and bright and bubbly, and they've got to wake you up. I'd like you, if you will, to speak up a lovely loud yes and a very quiet no. Because it is important that I get both, but I prefer the yeses, because it means then that I know that my link with the spirit world is strong and it's thorough. I get the distinct impression I should be over here. Man with glasses on, there you are. Could I tell you that there either is a mother or a mother-in-law in the spirit world connected with you?
Both, actually.
Both of them. Because I heard mother, and then I heard mother-in-law.
Yes.
Could I talk about the mother as being quite poorly before she passed to spirit world?
Yes.
And that nobody could do right for doing wrong? Because it seems to me that she changed so much in the last 6 weeks of her life.
That's correct.
Does this make sense?
Yes, definitely.
I know that you were backing me up to the hilt, and I know that I was getting the attention, but it wasn't the attention I wanted. You understand what I'm saying? And yet now I'm here, I see the wisdom. When I'm working in a church, I feel as if I'm free. I'm free from the limitations, and I am with the spirit world. And when you have someone in the audience who says, yes, that's my mother, and will you tell her that I love her, and things of that nature, it's just like being in heaven, really. It's just like being in heaven. Does this make sense? She's met up with her sister, by the way.
Yes,
so you've lost an aunt as well.
Yes, yes.
And the aunt must have gone quite quickly.
Yes.
Because your mum's grumbling again and saying to me, well, it took me longer to go, you
Yes,
know.
yes.
Took me longer to go than my sister. She went quickly.
Yes.
But she's lovely with it, and you must have adored your mother.
Yes, I did.
Because I get a wonderful link with her.
Yes.
I believe your wife's on the earth, is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
I'm glad I'm right about that. I'd have been in a bit of bother, wouldn't I, if I'd have been wrong. It's the way when I'm looking at the world of the spirit, I see them as if I'm looking at you. When I hear them, I can hear a voice, and I know whether they come from Scotland or the south of England. Actually, it's a change of consciousness. We just alter our state of consciousness. And we're not seeing through these eyes, and neither do we hear through these ears. It is as if a faculty that connects to us just opens up, and as if we draw a veil or a spring comes back, and there we have the vision. Can I tell you that there's a Nellie here in the spirit world?
Yeah.
And if I talk to you about a Robert who was known as Bob, can you place me that, please?
I just can't place that.
Now, if you can find Tom...
Oh, yes, I know Tom.
You can find Tom.
Yeah.
Now, Tom's not very tall. He hasn't got a collar on his shirt. It's open neck. And I feel that if you can find the one, then you'll eventually link to the
Yes.
other. Norman wishes to be remembered.
Yes.
So you know Norman.
Yeah.
You also know a gentleman who would have had sugar diabetes, because I get sugar diabetes here. And the way you might recognise him was that he did have an operation, and I'm quite sure he must have lost a leg. Does that make sense to you?
No.
It doesn't?
No,
I can't talk about Arthur.
I know Arthur.
And if I can talk
Oh,
about...
he lost a toe.
Did he? Well,
he did have
sorry
some
about
migraine.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I don't think the specialist would be very pleased with me, a toe to a leg. But he just talked about, you know, tell her, because the way she'll remember me is that, you know. And I just felt that the sugar did take him to the spirit world.
Yeah.
All right, darling.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
You.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the world of the spirit, may I thank you for being here. You are the evidence that love, like life, can never die. You have proved it. You have given. I pray that you all have received. Good night. God bless. Safe journey. Good life. We encourage people to live through the bereavement. We give them the support to deal with the grief. and to leave them with an opportunity of seeking for themselves the truth that there is no death.